system which is secure in that it doesn't expose publicly all our projects and clients, and it is secure so that an invite can only be used once, and is secure that you can't get an invite for SaaS Client 1 and then fiddle with it and actually sign yourself up to SaaS Client 2. So the way a naive implementation would have all of those problems, and a naive implementation would let people, basically unlogged in people, search the user table or search the invites. And so we don't want a user table or invites to be publicly searchable. So the way we can design a Bubble app to do that and apply all the privacy rules is a user, when we create an invite, we have an invite and we put all the things on that we need in order to sign a user up, but we only put a few things on there that are public. And then here's the privacy rules on the invite, and it says on an invite, generally it's not searchable, but if the current user's invite code is this invite code, they can see the client name, some public details, and so when we create the invite, there are some details which we know are going to be public: the invitee name, the invitee project, the invitee client name, and the SaaS client. So these are the only details which could be exposed, and the only ones we're going to expose are the ones for people who have an invite code. So when we create an invite, we generate a complicated code, so 20 characters, and when people come and we send them a link which will drive them into the invite page, which looks like this, which looks a bit like this. So they have a URL which looks a bit like this, code equals something. So when they land on this page with an invite link, what we do is we take the code off the URL and put it onto the user. And because of that, that means we can now have a privacy rule which says if your user has the invite code on it, then you're able to see the invite. Then we go to the page, invite page, and because we've put that code onto the user, we can say for the user who isn't signed in at the moment, you can see invites that have that invite user code, and the invite user code hasn't been used, because once it's used, we're going to set that code as used, and then it won't be able to be used twice. So what we do is we land on the page, and then we go to the page and we set that invite onto that page. And then on that page, there are 3 groups, and in this group, the condition is if we don't have a code, you're going to see this. You need an invitation to sign up, go and request an invitation. If you come to the page with a code, with a code like code equals blah blah blah, but the search fails to look up the invite from that code, that would be someone coming with an expired invite probably, or trying to guess a code, and then we'll say you need an invitation to request an invitation. If you come to the page and we find a valid code, then we're going to just let you sign up. And once you sign up, we will set the invite code as used, so it can only be used once. So that's really basically the bit we were missing when we were talking earlier was this step here, sending them off to the page. So with setting the invite onto the page. And so the outcome of all of that is it means our user table for people who aren't logged in, can't see anything, which is what we want. And for people who have an invite, a valid invite code, they can see just the few details they need to see, and they can only see that invite. So that's a good pattern for creating an invite.